Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer, thanks to my press worst for this one. Amy is at 20 life, and she plays a hurricane with x equals 4. Nick is at 4 life, and he controls a Platinum Angel. What happens? Okay, so immediately after the hurricane resolves, the game is going to perform state-based actions. There's two specifically that I can think of. First of all, we have Platinum Angel, which is a 4/4 creature that has 4 damage on it. So there's going to be a state-based action that wants to make it get destroyed. Second, we have Nick, a player who has 0 life. So there's going to be a state-based action that wants to make Nick lose the game. Now, interestingly, the state-based actions are kind of weird in the rules in that there isn't an order that these happen. Rather, all the state-based actions get performed in one block. So what's actually going to happen is that before the game can actually perform the state-based actions, it has to decide which ones it's going to perform. And during the time when that's happening, the game is going to see that Nick is at 0 life and he should lose the game. However, it's also going to see that Platinum Angel is still going to be in play because this is happening again immediately before any of the state-based actions have been performed. And so what that means is because Nick still controls the Platinum Angel at the time when the game is deciding what state-based actions need to be performed, Nick is not going to lose the game here. Well, okay, so that's technically true, but it's a little bit misleading. See, immediately after the game performs state-based actions, because we did some state-based actions, that means the next thing the game is going to do is it's going to check to see if there's any more state-based actions that need to be performed. Of course, when it does this, it's still going to see that Nick has 0 life, and this time he's not going to have any Platinum Angels around to stop him from losing the game. So he will lose the game here. Let's notice that this happens before any player, including Nick, gets priority. So that means that he's not going to be able to play any spells that's going to be able to save him. Tough break. So now let's take a look at another situation that's kind of similar. This time, Nick is going to have 3 cards in his library and a Platinum Angel. Amy is going to play an Explosion for 4 to make him draw 4 cards and to deal 4 damage to Platinum Angel. What happens? Okay, so this time around, we're going to have a pretty similar situation to what we had last time. The game is still going to check to see what state-based actions it needs to perform. It's still going to see 2 of them, one where Nick loses and one where the Platinum Angel gets destroyed, and Nick is still going to get saved by his Platinum Angel being in play, so we won't lose the game this time around. However, we are going to come up with something really interesting when the game does its second state-based action check immediately after the one where state-based actions destroy the Platinum Angel. If we take a look at the rule that makes you lose the game, you actually do not lose for having an empty library. Rather, you lose the game if you tried to draw a card from an empty library since the last time state-based actions were performed. Now, that's really cool for Nick because Nick has not tried to draw any cards since the last time state-based actions were performed just a few moments ago. What that means is that this time around, that is not going to be a state-based action that's applicable to Nick, and so Nick is going to survive this one. Of course, he still has 0 cards in his library, so he's gonna need to come up with a plan pretty fast. But it's pretty cool to see how Nick doesn't lose the game immediately with the Explosion play the way he did with the Hurricane one. He's got until the next time something makes him draw a card to put another Platinum Angel in play, shuffle some cards back into his library, or win the game himself. Really cool trick. Alright, so now that we've covered both of those situations, is everybody ready for an extra challenge question? This time, Nick is going to be at 8 life and he's going to control Platinum Empyrion, while Amy plays an Earthquake. What happens? Alright, so with this situation, we've got something that's a little bit different from what we had in either of the previous two. Notice that the Platinum Empyrion is not going to get destroyed until state-based actions are performed, which happens immediately after the Earthquake resolves. That means that when the Earthquake was dealing 8 damage to Nick, Nick still controlled a Platinum Empyrion, which means that that 8 damage was not going to make his life total change at all. Accordingly, when the state-based actions get performed, the Platinum Empyrion is going to be destroyed. But there's nothing that's going to make Nick lose the game because Nick is still going to be at 8 life. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.